What's up guys, it's currently wipe day and we are about 40 minutes from the wipe being playable, and they have released the patch notes for this update, and I thought I would go over them and just quickly siphon out the most important stuff so that you don't have to. The link to the entire patch notes will be in the description, but I thought I would make it quicker and just read through the important parts. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. First one is new content with Streets of Tarkov, a new map. Basically they just explain what Streets is and the lore behind the map. I'm not really interested in that, so if you are interested in Tarkov lore, I would strongly recommend reading this. But I'm just gonna go ahead into the important part, and it's this last sentence actually. So we have a new map, and this is the first part of the work on the city, and the later location will be expanded. So we already kind of knew that, but it's nice to have this confirmed. Going over to repair kits and enhancement now. Weapons, body armors, and plate carriers can now receive a standard or rare improvement when repaired via repair kits. The ability to enhance items opens at level 10 of the corresponding skill. For weapons it's weapon maintenance, and for armor it's light and heavy armor. Rare enhancements can only be applied at the elite level of the corresponding skill. The chance and strength of a normal standard enhancement depends on the level of the corresponding skill. For body and plate carriers, the enhancement reduces the damage a character receives, okay? So you can basically make your armor better if you have maxed out the corresponding skill of that type of armor. And let's see, weapons can have two counts of enhancement at the same time. The first is a decrease in malfunction chance, and the second is an accuracy increase. So for armor, if you use a certain type of armor, let's say light armor, I guess like a P.A.K.A. would fall under the light armor stat. Let's say you use a P.A.K.A. a lot, you would at max skill take less damage than someone who doesn't have max skill and you're still using the same armor. I guess that's kind of correct. If you use something a lot, technically you should be better at it, like using it. So it sort of adds more depth to the game, which I kind of like. The enhancements and its effect. The enhancement and its value affect the value of the item, the selling price, the insurance, flea market, yeah. So for this part right here, they're adding more depth to how you use weapons and how you use armor. Basically what you can do with them. I kind of like that. And here they break down, I guess, some new skills. Added new skill, light armor. The skill progression reduces the penalty to mobility, wear of armor when repairing, and damage from melee weapons when struck in the armor. You see, I like this, the melee weapons part, but I've never actually had, in like 500 hours of Tarkov Online, any situation where I've been meleeed or when I had the opportunity to melee someone. I don't know exactly how this fits into it, but it might only be me. Add a new skill, heavy armor. Yeah, it's the same one. We reworked the charisma skills. The skill progression affects the price of insurance, paid extracts, replacement and operational tasks, price of scav box and therapist. I don't really see the difference from the normal charisma, right? Added new weapons and equipment. Grenade launcher for the AK families, grenade launcher for the AR-15 families, and basically you need to have compatible handguards and compatible barrel mounts to use them. Added a new submachine gun, the Veresk. Added the AUG. Now I recognize the AUG from countless of hours in Counter-Strike, and it's a fun weapon to use, but I don't really know how effective it will be in the EFT space. Added a Glock, added a assault revolver. Whoops. All the way down. And yeah, basically just added a couple new weapons. Co-op PvP expansion. Now this is one of the bigger parts of this update after Streets. So they have added a couple of new settings to co-op mode. You can have the ability to not have energy and water drainage. You can configure bots more, and you can have spawn point selection options. Basically, if you want to spawn all in one place, as you currently do, if you load in online together, you can have 2 teams, which I think this is the most important one, because say you're pretty bored or you just want to test something out when you have a group of friends, you can play 2 versus 2, where you can split yourself into 2 teams, which I think is kind of fun. Site is trash. It just randomly either marks everything or kicks me all the way to the end. Basically, you have no energy, water drain, bot configuration. You can choose the difficulty or like the amount. They've added a new one called Horde, which I've tried on the last day of the previous wipe. There's like a fuck ton of scavs. It was actually pretty fun to play that. You can control the weather, time configuration. Basically, they've just improved co-op mode drastically. Hideout added 2 new upgrade levels for shooting range. The new level allows you to set up a variety of shooting targets, including moving targets, and use the training program to improve your shooting accuracy. Nice. I quite like this. Added 5 new stimulants. Obdolbos 2, SJ12, Perfotoron, Trimadol, PNB. Guessing this is like the standard ones. Either it's healing, recovery, painkillers, enhancements, you name it. For this part, I would recommend watching Airwing Marine or Gigabeef. I will link those 2 channels below. They are probably the 2 channels that go very in depth to these sort of things and will explain bit by bit of how to use them, right? Voice lines. Added new voice lines for bosses: Killa, Tagilla, Knight, Bird Eye, and Big Pipe. I mean, it's nice, I guess. I don't really know what to say. Maybe you can recognize these better now, which would be the only improvement I would see out of this change. Let's see, let's go ahead. List of changes: rebalanced weapon mastering progression, rebalanced trading and prices, added new barter items. I'm looking forward to see this one. Rebalanced conditions and rewards in the old quest, as well as added new ones. Some quests in the chains can now become available after a period of time after the completion of the previous one. Okay. Various improvements and changes in the hideout. We will get to see that soon. The spawn points of some quest items have been changed. The item will be in one of the most random places located near each other. I mean, this is probably good for newer players. Like, I would guess the bronze pocket watch on customs, which is located in a very central part of the map. If you're a new player, that task is insane to do without help or insane luck, especially if you come in later in the wipe. Some recipes for crafting in the hideout will become available as a reward for completing specific quests. So they have locked some stuff in the hideout and you need to do the quest. I guess that's fine. A new type of extraction is available on Streets of Tarkov. To activate, you will need to fire a green flare cartridge in the area before exit. Otherwise, you will be shot by snipers when approaching the exit. So basically marking. Ooh, it's a double one. You either mark where you are to other teams and players, or you get shot. Like it's a stress element of using that type of extraction, which is quite fun, very creative. Added the ability to add a craft to your favorite as well. Yo, this is nice. Added the ability to add a craft to your favorites as well as a search by name in the craft list. Nice. Added weapon malfunction for bots, this is pretty good. Improved the behavior of rogue bosses. I guess now that they won't be as easy to kill for some players, right? Graphics and sound, added support for FSR, this is by AMD. If you don't have AMD, I'm guessing this doesn't apply to you, but I rock AMD both on the CPU and GPU, so I guess I'll try that. Rework the sound mechanics. Steam Audio has been completely removed from the project and replaced with Oculus Audio. The sound positioning system changes will be noticeable regardless of binaural sound setting, but we recommend enabling binaural sound for the best experience. In the current implementation, the sound positioning system handles a much larger number of conditions to form the final sound in relation to the player's position. I'm guessing this has something to do with if you are on the second floor of a building, you will have trouble hearing someone below you or above you. And now they have probably fixed that. I'm guessing we will have to wait and see. The final adjustment of the positioning is available on factory customs wood streets of Tarkov. Other locations will have the quality of sound positioning gradually improved in the upcoming updates. And now we have list of fixes. Fixed several memory leaks, fixed an issue where already looted containers were left, blah blah blah. Soft lock issues, site position on Saiga 12. Basically, they have fixed lots of stuff that I didn't even know were broken. You can read the entire thing here. I can make it bigger, pause the video, read it. But the biggest thing were probably the release of streets, at least a part of the map, 2 weapon skills and 2 armor skills, which you can improve, and once you do, you will have either more accuracy or be able to move better with a certain type of armor and take less damage. Co-op was greatly improved. In the hideout, you have 2 new levels to the shooting range, which gives you like more control over how you practice. 5 new stimulants for healing, recovery, painkillers, enhancements, whatever. And some reworked audio. That was the most important parts of this update. I will do a follow-up video if they add something more. But other than that, I wish you luck in this wipe. Hopefully you get further than you have before, and I will see you in the next video.